When someone says you can't do it, that's the moment you change your story. Have you ever heard someone say, you can't do it? If you have, then today's podcast is for you. Think about it for a moment. Almost everyone has heard these words at least once in life. Someone said, you're not good enough. Someone said, this isn't for you. Someone laughed and said, you'll never be successful. But here's the real question. Do other people's words really decide your future? Or is it your determination, your hard work, and your belief in yourself? Today, we're going to talk about exactly that. When someone tells you you can't do it, they're usually not talking about your ability. They're showing you the limits of their own thinking. People often judge you based on what they believe is possible. If they couldn't achieve something themselves, they assume no one else can either. But remember this. If every successful person had believed those negative voices, there would be no great inventions, no world champions, no successful entrepreneurs, and no history makers. Imagine a tiny seed believing it could never become a giant tree. Would it ever grow tall enough to provide shade for others? Of course not. A seed doesn't need permission to grow. It needs time, it needs patience, and it needs the courage to keep growing, even when no one believes in it. Your life is no different. You don't need anyone's approval to chase your dreams. When people say you can't do it, don't carry those words as a burden. Turn them into fuel. Because that moment creates two kinds of people. The first kind gives up because they believe what others say. The second kind quietly goes to work, and one day lets success speak for itself. The choice is always yours. The world doesn't remember excuses. It remembers results. While you're struggling, people may laugh at you. They may doubt you. They may even criticize every step you take. But when you finally succeed, those same people often become the first to congratulate you. The truth is simple. Every big dream looks impossible before it becomes reality. Sometimes people tell you that you can't succeed because they're afraid you actually will. Your ambition reminds them of the dreams they gave up on. That's why they try to stop you. But remember this. If there are no challenges on your journey, your dream probably isn't big enough. Every great achievement comes with obstacles. Every success has a story filled with failures, lessons, and persistence. Nobody becomes great overnight. Every victory is built on countless moments of disappointment. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall again and again. If they quit after the first fall, they would never take their first real step. Life works the same way. Falling isn't failure. Refusing to get back up is. So if someone tells you today you can't do it, smile. Because those words can become the greatest motivation you'll ever receive. Sometimes the strongest motivation doesn't come from compliments. It comes from doubt. The moment you understand that, no one can stop you. Always remember, your identity is not built by your excuses. It's built by your actions. When people underestimate you, don't argue. Prepare. When people laugh at you, don't complain. Keep looking. When people say you can't do it, don't waste your energy proving them wrong. Simply go out and do it. Because words fade away. Results last. Every morning, make a promise to yourself. I will not let someone else's opinion define who I am. I will trust my effort. I will become a better version of myself every single day. No matter how difficult the road becomes, I will keep moving forward. Remember this. Successful people aren't born different. They simply refuse to quit. Maybe today you don't have enough money. Maybe you don't have enough support. Maybe people around you don't believe in your dreams. Keep going anyway. Because history has shown us something incredible. Every great change started with one person who refused to give up.
One day, the same people who said you can't do it may tell your story as an example of success. But before that day comes, you must be willing to walk quietly. Hard work never betrays you. Time never cheats you. And true dedication is never wasted. Success may not come today. It may not come tomorrow. But if you keep moving forward, one day you will reach your destination. So make one decision today. Whenever someone says you can't do it, let those words become your greatest source of motivation. Turn every criticism into strength. Turn every failure into a lesson. Turn every obstacle into another step forward. And every morning, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I can do this. I can learn. I can grow. And one day, I will prove it. Remember, the world doesn't believe in your dreams until it sees your results. So spend less time arguing and more time working. Spend less time complaining and more time improving. Spend less time overthinking and more time taking action. Because the day you finally reach your goal, your success will speak louder than your words ever could. And one day people will say, we thought they couldn't do it, but they proved us wrong. If someone has told you today you can't do it,
Don't treat those words as the end of your story. Treat them as the beginning of a new one. Because true winners are the people who turn doubt into determination, pain into purpose, and impossible into reality. Never forget this. Other people's opinions are not your limits. Your determination, your hard work, and your courage define who you become.